Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. We're hanging out in my pool today for a little, I would say coffee talk, but I don't have any coffee left. I drank it all and it's already like 4 p.m. anyways, so I thought it would be a little inappropriate for me to pour another glass if I wanted to go to sleep at a decent time. But I'm chilling in my Elle Woods floaty. If you know, you know. I don't even know if you guys can see it. It's this giant pink ring floaty that I have. And we're chilling in the pool today for a little chat. I wanted to do more of like a sit down video today, a little like chit chat type vibe, because we've had a lot of vlogs and you guys really have been liking the sit down like manifestation-y type videos, like the plan your manifestations and talking about trusting and all of that. So I thought we would throw in another one today. And today I want to talk about overthinking. This is something that we do all of the time and it really slows down our manifestations, and really what we want to do is get good at not thinking at all, right? It's such a weird concept because we're thinking all day long. You're thinking at work, you're thinking the second you wake up, you think before you go to bed, and you're like, Michaela, how can I stop thinking? Does that mean I'm gonna die? No, absolutely not. But we want to stop thinking about is questioning everything and asking all the wrong questions and talking ourselves out of our desires and compromising what we want and just overthinking every single fucking thing. I actually talked about this on my podcast today, so if you guys don't already listen, I have a podcast. It's called the Mindset, Magic, and Manifestation Podcast. You can tune in on iTunes, Spotify, literally wherever you listen. But I talked a little bit about this in terms of manifesting money. We set an intention for something, and the second we set an intention, that desire is like a shot straight to the universe. It's like a firework, right? So like you are the little firework. You're lit on fire when you decide a desire, and it shoots out the desire to the universe. And when you decide that, you're full force on board with the desire. And then you go throughout your day, or maybe you go throughout the week or the month or the year even, depending on what is the timeline for your goal. And some days it looks like it's not happening. Like say you set a money goal for the day and it's like 5 p.m. and you're literally like not even a third of the way there, and you're like, oh my gosh, is it gonna work? Do I have enough time? Did I do enough work? Blah, 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 blah. You start to overthink and you start to spiral. And the second that we do that, we start to slow down our manifestations. I just got a notification on my phone, let's flip that over. We start to slow down our manifestations, and that's not what we want. And I gave this example when I was talking about manifesting my move to California, actually in my podcast a couple of weeks ago, that when people ask me, how did you manifest moving to California? How did you manifest moving across the country? My only answer is I decided I wanted to live in LA, and I packed my shit and I moved. Like, it's that simple, and that's exactly what manifestation is. It's you decide what you want, you do the parts that you know to do, and you just go do the damn thing. And I didn't ask myself like, oh am I worthy to live in LA, and can I do it, and how am I gonna do it? Is it possible? Where and when and why and how and all this stuff. I just didn't even think about that. I decided what I wanted, packed my shit, and I moved. I stayed in an Airbnb until I got my house, and here we are. Every manifestation gets to be that easy if we don't overthink it. It's like when you decide you want to have a salad for lunch, and you make that decision, and you go to your kitchen and you put lettuce in the bowl, and you put cucumber in the bowl, and you put tomato in the bowl, and whatever else you like to put on your salad, so you put a dressing, and then you eat your salad. That you manifested that salad because you desired you had the salad, and then you had the salad. It's literally that simple. What complicates it, what slows down the process, is the questions and the overthinking. So this is what we want to get really good at eliminating. And eliminating the overthinking is one of my main frickin' jobs. And if you guys follow Gala Darling, or you've heard me say it before, she has this rule that feeling good is my full-time job. And I've really adopted this for myself as well. Like feeling good, being in a high vibe, like feeling myself, living a vibey life, like that literally is my full-time job, because it's nobody else's job other than mine to enjoy my life. The sun is coming to haunt me again. it's nobody's responsibility except for mine to live and enjoy my own life. So feeling good is literally my full-time job. And when you're spiraling or you're overthinking, you don't really feel good. That's not a feeling good thing. It's like you said you desire to have X amount of money, or to start your YouTube channel, or to start working out, or to move here and do this and manifest that, but then you start to overthink it and you doubt yourself and you compromise all of your desires. And then you end up living this like really boring standard life just because you're too afraid to go all in on yourself, and you're too afraid to be disappointed if you don't actually get the thing that you want. And that's normal, that's natural. The most common human coping mechanism is avoidance. So you just avoid the disappointment by not even believing in the goal in the first place. But if you don't believe in the goal in the first place, and and if you're so afraid to be disappointed and to fail, like you're never gonna get there because you're never even gonna try. You're never even gonna put yourself in a place to be disappointed, but you're also not gonna put yourself in a place to achieve what you actually want to achieve. So this is how we're gonna stop our overthinking. And then, first of all, there's kind of like a pre-work step to this. You need to be super hyper self-aware. I call it hyper self-awareness because we want to move things like hyper speed, like super quickly, all of the time, consistently. And I like to be aware all the time, consistently, and shift my thoughts super fast. So hyper self-awareness. And this is when you're really conscious of what's going on inside of your head. You know what you're thinking. And if you are the type of person where you've just gotten into personal development or manifestation, or you're just going into a spiritual awakening and you're like, Michaela, I'm not even aware what I'm thinking, how do I know what to do? What I tell my clients to do is to set an alarm on your phone. Set an alarm like every 30 minutes or every hour, and have it go off and say, what are you thinking right now? What are you thinking right now? What are you thinking right now? What are you thinking about right now? Literally ask yourself that, like take a minute. I ask myself what I'm thinking right now, thinking about the airplane that's flying over my head from the airport. And yeah, so it's like coming to the terms of like, just come to the place where you know what you're thinking about all of the time. That is the very first step, because then you know when you're overthinking. It's like when you observe your thoughts all day long and you get to that moment where you're about to spiral, or you're about to overthink, or you're about to compromise, you can stop yourself because you know you're literally thinking it. You can stop it before it happens. However, if you don't know, you're not super self-aware yet, that's totally okay. How we're gonna stop the overthinking when you're in the middle of it, when you're spiraling, is this simple process that I use every single day. So say you're sitting there and you start to overthink, you're literally going to stop yourself. You're gonna take a deep breath, like a good inhale for 4 seconds, out for 4. Let's do one right now. A nice reset of the breath. You're gonna tell yourself, stop thinking. Literally stop thinking, and just allow yourself a space of blackness in your brain for all of the thoughts to slow down. Stop thinking. I have a friend who says halt to her stops. I know people who just say stop. I know people who will just take more deep breaths or will meditate. The easiest, fastest process I've found is take a deep breath, tell yourself stop thinking, figure out what you're doing, and then go back to doing that task. Or what are you manifesting? Go back into feeling those feelings. So I'm going to give you 2 examples of this. One in a work scenario of doing, and one in a feeling scenario of being. So a work scenario of doing is, say you are at home and you're a university student. You take online college right now because of COVID and everything going on. You're sitting down to study and work on an assignment. So you're halfway through the assignment, you did the reading, and now you're ready to work on the homework. And all you want to do is finish this so you can go have dinner with your friends, right? That's the end goal. You finish your assignment, you can go have dinner. And you are starting to slow down because I don't want to do this. What's the point? I can just put it out till tomorrow. I could do it after dinner. You start to compromise all of these things. The reason why we don't want to compromise is because after you go to dinner, you don't want to have to come home and do fucking homework. You want to be able to hang out with your friends, not worry about anything when you get back home. So to remind yourself why you want to get this done. It's okay, this is why it must be done. So you're in the middle of that spiral. You're just going to tell yourself, stop thinking. You're going to take your deep breath and you're going to say, stop thinking. You're going to look at your assignment and you're just going to get to work without thinking about it. Just get back into it. I do this all the time with work. I'll be in the middle of recording a podcast episode and I'll be pausing and looking at my notes, and I'll be like, maybe get on Instagram right now, or oh, I need more water, or all of these things to distract myself and just put it off and not be productive and get it done. I just tell myself, I take my deep breath, I say, stop thinking, go back, hit record, continue what you're doing. Just keep going without thinking. And this will be easier to do over time, which is why all of this, all of manifestation, spirituality, mindset, it's all a practice. You're gonna get better and better and better and faster and faster and faster over time, but you have to start somewhere. So that would be my doing example. And as for the being example, it's like, say you set a goal to manifest an extra $100 today, let's say. You're like, okay, I'm calling in $100. I want to buy this XYZ thing in my Amazon wish list. It's all in my cart. I want to get this book and this fucking random ass shit I found on TikTok and all this stuff. I'm gonna manifest an extra $100 today. And so you set that and you get in the vibe and you're like, yes, this feels good. I'm super excited. I can't wait to see how like the universe pours it into my life. And you're halfway through your day and then it's like 5 p.m. and you literally haven't even made $5 and you start to doubt. And you're like, oh my gosh, wait, but what if it doesn't happen? Is it gonna happen? Now it's like too late to make money. Did I even do enough? And you start to question yourself. Because we're self-aware, we're gonna see that we're questioning ourselves and we're gonna take our deep breath. We're gonna say, stop thinking. And instead of going back to doing, because maybe you weren't doing anything specifically, you're going to shift back into being. You're going to say, almost like just be. What are the vibes that you're going to be in when you receive the $100? When you did your ritual in the morning and you decided you wanted to manifest $100, what was the energy you were in? You were excited, you were pumped, you were gonna buy things off of Amazon. It felt like fun and playful and, you know, free. Get back into those vibes. And if you're asking, Michaela, well, how do I get back into those vibes? You can journal about it, you can visualize what you're gonna do when you get your random fucking TikTok chia plant or whatever, or like whatever you're buying online. I get so wrapped up in like those Amazon finds that are on TikTok videos, but you can think about how excited you're gonna be when they come in the mail, or you can take it from another approach. If it's going to feel free and expansive and exciting, what can you do right now that makes you feel free, expansive, and excited? And you just go back into that vibration. It's all about stopping the spiral going on in your head and just being in your body and just doing life. Go back to living your life, trusting and being in the vibration of your desire. And when you do this and you really stop that spiral of thoughts, you're going to accomplish a lot more. You're going to feel better a lot of the time, and you're going to manifest way more, because now there's nothing stopping you. The only thing between you and your manifestations is you. Like every single time. We are the ones who are resistant to things. We are the ones who question and doubt and worry. We are the ones that stop it from actually coming in. So we just gotta shut the fuck up here and get back into our body, back into the vibes, back into our life, and keep going, okay? If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Next time we do a little sit down chat video, if there's anything you want to know about manifestation, spirituality, mindset, whatever, leave it in the comments. I would love to know below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, and I will see you on Monday.